Okay. Am I live? Okay, I'm live. Okay. Good morning, live. How's everybody doing? We're gonna talk about this. What's going on now? That's happening now. We talking about breaking news in East Orange, New Jersey, in East Orange. Where officers responded to reports of shots fired at that location. Units arrived at the location and found a severely injured and bleeding male struck in the chest by bullets. The victims was rushed to the University Hospital in Newark, where we are being told his injuries are serious. The intersection is known for having heavy illegal narcotics transactions with little police attention, according to business owners and residents in the area. The motive for the shooting is under investigation and no suspects has been arrested, according to reports developing. Okay, so that's what's going on in East Orange. That's in New Jersey, by the way. The next story is teen suspect facing murder charges for fatal Yonkers shooting. So these are like little stories that's going on right now. Okay. Teen suspect facing murder charges for fatal Yonkers shooting. Jameer Thompson allegedly opened fire on April the 25th, killing 18-year-old Marilyn Cato Martinez. He turned him, said CBS 2 Maurice Dubas reports. I think that's all they said, I think. Let me see. Yep. So, yeah, I had the story on him, and he did turn himself in. The next story is R. Kelly failed to respond to lawsuit because he can't read. Now, that R. Kelly failed to respond to the lawsuit because he is illiterate. R. Kelly failed to respond to a lawsuit because he is illiterate. A lawyer for the singer told a judge on Wednesday. Judge Maria Johnson has issued an initial judgment in the case after the singer failed to respond to a lawsuit. First of all, if he is illiterate, stated the lawsuit after Kelly's attorneys explained that the singer was in jail when he was served with the lawsuit documents and didn't respond because he can't read. Kelly's booking for performances began drying up following the airing of television documentary Survivor R. Kelly. That would be a 10-year period, starting in the late 1990s. But on Tuesday, one of his attorneys told reporters that he was lining up performances for Grammy Award-winning R&B singer in Illinois and outside of state, and that he the judge approving requests to travel to make those appearances. Kelly has pleaded not guilty to sexual abuse charges and denied any wrongdoing. I hope if that's true about with him about being illiterate, that somebody would actually help him and not be like, oh, I'm gonna put this in because he can't read. Just get somebody to read the shit to him. Duh, it's not that, it's that simple. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, the next story is in East Newark, not too far from where I live at. Eight-term mayor faces first opponent in 16 years. Now, my question to my town is, why don't nobody try and go to be mayor here? Like, the mayor has been here for I don't know how many damn years. They're gonna have to when he, unfortunately passes. But anyway, East Newark, they have an 8-term mayor. They got their first opponent in 16 years. Hudson's County longest serving mayor is facing his first challenger in 16 years. Joseph R. Smith, 78, of the mayor of East North, Pop 2004 Gorilla, a 47-year executive at J.P. Morgan Chase, who grew up in East North and is self-funding her campaign. I don't take nothing for granted, Smith told the New Jersey Globe. I'm just out there campaigning. I'm going door to door. I'm getting a great reception. East North has about 975 registered voters. About 650 of them are Democrats, and another are 275 are unaffiliated. Turnout in mayoral prom the 15% mark. Grillo is first generation American born to Portuguese parents. She is running in a town that's 61% Hispanic and includes a significant Portuguese population. We've all been compensated as residents, said Grillo, a volunteer firefighter. We want change. A good leader knows when it's time to pass the baton. She complains that East North adjacent to Newark on the Passaic River and Borden of Harrison and Kearney. Harrison is where I live at. Is not progressing like other Hudson County towns that have enjoyed a renaissance in recent years. Over the last 10 years, when we lost our factory business, we began to go downhill, Grillo said. Why are we not being proactive? Why is it the administration being reactive? The mayor says that redevelopment in the tiny 1/10 of a square mile community is not easy. Half the riverfront on controlled by the cement company, and BASF owns land that is contaminated. So we can't build on it, Smith explained. We tried to build a hotel, but we can't seem to get any takers. Smith comes from an old East North political family. A relative helped his record. East North has the second lowest crime rate in Hudson County and the third lowest tax rate, says Smith. I know from being in office all these years that people won't vote to raise taxes. The old Clark Thread Company into 618 new apartments. They is too fucking high with those apartments. We regular taxes. We've done it with no pilot program. We can't afford that. Grillo says that the town is not fully staffed, that recreation programs are lacking, and there are not enough police on the streets. She says the council holds 5:30 p.m. meetings on inconvenient time for working residents to attend. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves, Grillo said. Smith spent 8 years on the borough council and lost a 1983 Democratic mayor primary to incumbent Raymond Graham Sr. by 15 votes. He switched parties 4 years later, beat Graham in the general election by 61 votes, and then quickly switched back to Democrat. In 2003, Smith faced a primary challenge from William Lupovich and beat him 2 incumbent council members backed by Smith were challenged in the Democrat. Few controversies as a small town urban Hudson County mayor. A battle with local police in 1991 resulted in him being arrested for unpaid parking tickets on a warrant issued by Secaucus. But that's about as nasty as things get. The mayor spent years working for Passaic Valley Sewage Commission. Now retired, he's mostly a full-time mayor. Smith is running with the backing of Hudson County Democratic Organization and endorsements. That follows his support of Amy DeGuise for county chair last year. Mayor Smith's office door is always open, and I know he is always ready to personally address any concerns or issues raised by his constituents. There is no person more compassionate or committed to moving East North forward than Mayor Smith, which is why I am wholeheartedly supporting him and his entire team this June. So basically, I wish they was doing that here. Their strong leadership and commitment to democratic principles will allow the borough to continue thriving. If Grillo wins, she will be the only woman mayor in Hudson County and just the second woman to ever win mayor election in the country. Oh, that'd be awesome. Now, somebody need to do that with this, but it never happens here in Harrison. We have had the same mayor. I don't know how long we had the same damn mayor, but eventually he's going to pass on. So, but we had the same mayor, and I don't know who the next mayor be when that mayor passes on. But yeah, this damn town, it sucks. But anyway, let me see what else is going on. Well, we gonna go here, and they really need to like check themselves about R. Kelly. Like that's not even cool. Yes, I have a birthday in October. They are so full of it. When they be like, yeah, you have a birthday in October, you can come back and some shit. I'm a call though. You are chosen 1 month, second 1% questionnaire, giving out different gift cards. Excuse me. I'm gonna call them and see if this is real. I do not know if it's real, but I will call them. Okay, let me go back. They claim it's real, so we'll see. Okay, looking for more news. Hold on a second. Oh yes. I want to talk about this mother because I have some stories that never recorded like they were supposed to. So now that I'm on this live, I might as well do it. Um. Trying to find it. Here you go. This one right here is really sad. Her name is Aisha Dixon. She had 13 children, and last night her boyfriend beat her to death in front of her kids. This happened in East Point, Georgia. There's always some bullshit happening. I just asked y'all just to keep her. Did this shit to her stepdaughter, like, cause I'm a mom. I've never been a stepmom, logical father, and that's just crazy. So I can finally show it now because I it didn't work last time. Her name is the stepmother who killed a little girl. What the hell is wrong with these people? Right. She's gonna be the second um death row, that movie I was talking about, when she was so pardoned when she was 60 years old after they killed her, that clemency. So yeah, Lena Baker. That's what I was talking about. Lena Baker, the African American maid who in 1944 was sentenced. Mm. And it's just so sad. It is so sad. It's sad when people do stuff like this to people. You finally found him. He didn't let nobody get the award, $5,000 reward. He just turned himself in so nobody got the reward. This would really piss me really when my daughter was like being bullied, because this is a girl 13. She was jumped by classmates on her way home from school, and she died of a brain tumor. So when I thought about the little girl, I was like, oh no. My daughter said, oh, she thought somebody wanted to jump up. So, that's what I was talking about when I'll be like, yeah, I don't give a crap if they blue ribbons or whatever other schools. It doesn't matter. Just because you don't think it's not going to happen, and just because your school is blue ribbon don't mean a damn thing. You know why? Because it can happen. It can happen. It can happen. It can happen where you live at. Just because it didn't happen yet. And that's the thing. Because a lot of people like say, oh well, this school, our school is so, yeah, that don't mean nothing. Like these days and times, shit happens. I, I pray it don't happen, but I'm one of them optimistic persons that shit like that will happen just because it didn't happen yet. And when it do happen, and then I'm gonna be like, I told you so. And then I'm like, I'm suing you now because I told you so. Because I had went to this person, I said, you still need to get metal detectors. I don't care what you say, even though you say you got 3 unmarked cars, don't mean a damn thing. Because your cars are outside. That's number one. That's number one. And yeah, if the kids is inside with the guns, what the hell is the marked cars going to do? Seriously, like, I mean, I'm just being honest. Like some people, I'm like, mm-mm. I just pray that the kids out. Like my kids just went to school, and I just pray that they come back. Always somebody out there that's bold, that's going to try to do some dumb stuff. So it's hard. It really is. It really is. So okay, we are going to talk about. I'm going to share this because, like I said, I'm sharing this in some groups, so hopefully they'll come in. Hmm. I also ask y'all to keep Mr. Castillo in prayer. His son is a hero. Okay, he really is. Sad that he had to have his life taken away from him because he was a hero and saved, you know, his school basically. Like he took the shots and he passed on. He was 18. He was about to graduate. You know, it's sad, and you got to feel bad for the parents too because they're not going. It breaks my heart. It really does. So sad. I'm trying to see what's going on in this world here. Oh yes, I knew it was something. So Jesse Smollett will not be back on Empire. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say about. Yeah, even though that he was exonerated from all stuff that he did, he will not be back on Empire. They already said that. They said that's a no. They do not want him back on Empire. They said that. So let's talk about it. First, let's talk about this man here. Man accused of shooting four in North Bergen found shot in Pennsylvania. So there was a man accused of shooting four in North Bergen. He got found shot in Pennsylvania. South Whitehall, PA, a man accused of shooting four people, one fatally in North Bergen, has been found shot in the Lehigh Valley area of Pennsylvania. Authorities say that the 27-year-old Jonathan Hall Mraz was found on the side of South Whitehall Township Road, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. South Whitehall police said he was shot hours before he was dumped on the side of the road by someone in a black SUV. He was taken to the hospital to be treated for injuries that were not considered to be life-threatening. The Hudson County Prosecutor Office alleges that Hawley Morris shot four people inside a home on 46th Street in North Bergen around 3:30 a.m. Sunday. All of the victims were taken to hospital treatment. Officials say that 40-year-old Carlos Garcia died from his injuries a few hours later. One victim remains in critical condition. Two others were treated and released. Morales is now facing multiple charges, including first-degree murder, 3 counts of aggravated assault, and possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose. Anyone who may have information about the shooting should contact the prosecutor's homicide unit at 201-915-1345 or leave an anonymous just trying to get justice back. Empire boss on writing Jussie Smollett out, and while season 6 will be a reset. So, as you know, that Jussie Smollett will no longer be on Empire. At the end of the season, someone important to Lucius Lyon, Terrence Howard, will die. Over the course of the 18 episodes, it was revealed that the music number Cruncher, originally hell-bent on destroying Lyon, had a personal vendetta. He was actually Lucius' firstborn son. Additionally, Lucius and Cookie's Taraji P. Henson relationship continued to be strained, resulting in her getting too close to Damon Cross, Wood Harris, Trey Byers fell in love with someone new and was diagnosed with cancer and was later told his heart was given given out due to the cancer treatment he underwent. By the end of season finale, the body in the coffin Lucius was grieving over was revealed to be his son Kingsley, A.Z. Kelsey, who killed himself in front of his father after his mother told him she should have had an abortion. Rather than raise him, Andre got married in his hospital bed and received not go with him. Okay. Meanwhile, Jamal Jesse Smollett was off screen throughout all the turmoil, having been written out of the last few episodes after Smollett claimed he was a victim of racist, homophobic, and racially motivated attacks early this year, but was then accused of hiring the man who attacked him and indicted for a false police statement. The criminal charges against Smollett have since been dropped. He has maintained his innocence. We have such a terrific ensemble that when first you told you have to take one chess piece out, what the hell am I going to do? But then it opens up space and room to tell the other important stories that you want to tell. So there are pluses and minuses. Showrunners Brett Mahoney tells Variety, there will be definitely stuff I wanted to do with Jamal in episode 7 to 18 that I just had to express a different way. But it did open up the focus of a little bit more on the Andre storyline. Here, Mahoney talks with Variety about his decision to keep Jamal off screen for such pivotal line family moments and what Smollett's status is for season 6, as well as the evolution of Andre's medical drama and why this was a time to separate Lucius and Cookie. How did it feel to write such an emotional finale for the Line family and not have Jamal be a part of it? Had the wedding episode hit in a different place, it would have been much, much, much more difficult. Right before we were headed into production of episode 17 was when the decision was made to take the character out of the last 2 episodes. But luckily, it was almost a completion of the Jamal arc. In episode 16, there were elements I wanted to express in episode 17 and 18. I had to take those out, but it was lucky in the sense that it happened. So the wedding was a natural way to move on, to send him on his honeymoon. The stories in the news were unfolded before episodes such as the 16th were on the air. So did you go back and minimize his storyline and those or ease him out to speak? Cut him out. Season 5 was a test of Cookie and Lucius' relationship, their marriage, but at the same time, it was an expression of the boys becoming men, growing up, establishing families of their own and loved ones outside of the Line family. So I had more of a physical expression of that for Jamal to be stepping up and stepping into his manhood for the finale. But instead, it had to be just a line expressed between Thirsty and Lucius at the end. When Lucius says, I built this empire for my boys, make sure you help protect them. And Thirsty says, they're not boys anymore, they're men. I would have liked to see more of that with Jamal, but instead it had to be reduced in that way. I haven't convened with the writers yet. We haven't started breaking what season 6 will be, but it will require adjustments in terms of him not being there in the first episodes. Season 6 will have to be somewhat of a reset, and we're going to find some exciting, bombastic way in. And we may discover that it takes more than just blood to be a lion. And we might see other characters step up and step into the fold. We literally want to walk the audience down the road where they could see it would have been Andre in the casket. And the way the story broke in different lyrications and different times. It was Andre. We were telling the story and we wanted to give the character as much respect as possible. I think we made a decision as we began breaking the back 9 episodes at the beginning. When we came up with the casket and we had that introduced, we certainly had candidates for it. So damn, I was right. It was Andre. The whole idea was that the lions live such high stake lives that morality needs to touch the lions in a very real way. So we had scenarios for various characters. And as we move forward, some characters grew and we got excited about telling more stories for them. So we removed them from the possibility. Okay. So it was supposed to be Andre in that coffin because he had cancer. But instead it was the damn boy that decided that he was going to tell Lucius that he was his son. It was set up okay. So I felt it was going to be protected in that right from the beginning, the way that Lucius' character was established and who Lucius is. Especially because Lucius didn't know that Kingsley was his son for so many years. I was confident that Lucius, as a father and a character, was going to care that Kingsley was his son in the coffin. I was more concerned that I was going to have to tell stories to make the audience care about Kingsley. But when Kingsley actually disappeared for a while, which I think is the episode 10, the way Terrence played it, where he was hurt when Kingsley was shutting him down. He wanted to reach out to him. I felt like, okay, the audience is going to get it and get that this is fractured relationship, but a relationship that has potential and that Lucius is really invested in bringing him into the fold. I think what started to turn the tide for Andre was that he was going to have a baby. Oh, okay. I think there what Andre was at the point was that he didn't think he deserved anything good in life and he had basically given up. He was going to be a service of corporation, but he didn't really believe he deserved love or future. He was doing penance for what happened with Anika and for trying to take his father's life. So it's this term that, oh my God, this woman loves me and she's going to have my son. Maybe I could have something good in my life again. Wow. That's deep. In season 6, I don't think they're going to be so concerned about images. They're going to be concerned about what's real because I think at the place they all are at the end of the season, it's just about doing away with Arthas and being real. Cookie doesn't just walk away from Lucius at the end, she also is walking away from Empire. This season was also sort of like be careful what you wish for in the sense that the family came together to fight for Empire. But now what does it mean that they have? And it mean many of them are walking away from it. That was the one thing she couldn't stomach. The whole season was her questioning herself in terms of, does ride or die really work? And who am I in this relationship? She was so committed to it. Once she got out of prison and she's been on this ride, but it was sort of like, what does it really mean for these two people who yes love each other, to truly be in a marriage? And what sort of sacrifices are they making for Cookie at the end of the season? Lucius keeping the secret about Andre wanting to die was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Wow. So that's the end of the season, y'all. Jamal will not be back in there. They just said it. It was supposed to be Andre in a coffin, but unfortunately, it's Kingsley. So we just gotta wait for next season. Okay, the next story is hold on. Get the rest of the stories here. Damn, I was right because I told him I was like, "Yo, I think it's Andre," and everybody was like, "Nah, I think it's Kingsley," and it was Kingsley. Mm. So Andre had cancer, so it was him at first, but they decided Andre met this girl. She's pregnant. She got cancer. whatever, and she's about to have his son, and he got Kingsley's heart, so because he needed a heart transplant. So okay. Anyway, let's get back to R. Kelly and no accuser lost much of Wednesday in court. His lawyers who won because he is illiterate and with hearing. At the first hearing, Judge Mariah Johnson vacated a default judgment she made against Kelly after the singer failed to respond to a lawsuit brought by one of the four women he charged with sexually abusing. Johnson reinstated the lawsuit after one of Kelly's attorneys explained that the singer was in jail when he was served with the lawsuit documents and that Kelly didn't respond because he can't read. The second hearing, which pertains to the child support, came weeks after the judge, in that case, ordered Kelly to jail after finding him in contempt of court for failing to pay $161,000 in back child support to his ex-wife, who is the mother of his three children. Kelly remained locked up for the 3 days until he raised the back child support. He is not a deadbeat dad, Kelly's attorney Lisa DeMarco told reporters after Wednesday hearing the Chicago Sun-Times reported. All he wanted to do is do right by his kids. Kelly's booking for performances began drying up following the airing of television documentary. February arrest on charges accusing him of sexually abusing a woman and three girls in the late 1990s, but on Tuesday and outside the state, and that he anticipated the judge approving requests to travel to make those appearances. Kelly has pleaded not guilty to the sexual abuse charges and denied any wrongdoing. So y'all need to lay off R. Kelly for real. Okay, what's next? Let's see here. Nipsey Hussle team addresses rumors about alleged killer. You notice they haven't been talking about Nipsey Hussle, so let's find out. Nipsey Hussle's team addresses rumors about alleged killer Eric Holder. Nipsey Hussle's team, sorry. Nipsey Hussle's team is denying that the late rapper is hugging his alleged killer Eric Holder in a recently surfaced video. On Monday, May 6th, a video people say shows Nipsey hugging Holder outside of his clothing store, the Marathon, 6 months before he was murdered. Surfaced on the internet. Now a source from Nipsey camp says that the person in the video is not Holder. Nipsey is embracing Flacco, who is not Eric Holder, the sources says. The source also shut down claims that Holder was once signed to Nipsey All Money and labeled during an interview with DJ Vlad. Veterans rapper BG Knockout claimed that Holder was a part of his label and also appeared in several music videos from the early days of Nip's Pac-Man and Killer. Twan and Holder was never among that group. Holder recently pleaded not guilty to all charges leveled against him last month. The man accused of shooting and killing Nipsey was charged with 1 count of first-degree murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon in the case. The attempted murder charges stem from the shooting of the 2 men, Kerry Lathan and Shermi Savata Vinalo, who was with Nipsey outside of the Marathon clothing store. If convicted, Holder is facing a life sentence in prison. You can watch the video people believe shows Nipsey Hussle and Holder for yourself. I don't want to watch that bullshit. I'm not beat. Because I know damn well Nipsey Hussle was not holding that. Okay. Lower prices, Target beauty boxes only $332. Wow. What's going on? Why is it $332? Really? Are you serious? Okay. Hurry to Target, where the prices on 3 Target April beauty boxes just dropped down to $5, regular $7, but save an extra 30% off with a new cart will offer. Shop for these boxes in stores and online. Be sure to add the cartwheel offer to your account first and select order pickup at checkout when shopping online. Cartwheel offers will not apply to items that are shipped. Red card holders will pay just $3.32 after the everyday red card saving. Buy one in your skin Target beauty box, $5 price. Okay, that's cool. They mark down the prices of the beauty boxes. That's weird. Young Buck taunts 50 Cent as the battle of G Unit continues. Oh Lord. Let me just get my water so I can sip this. What the hell? Mm. Let's go. Abandoned. 50 Cent has long enjoyed toying with his enemies. But ever since the birth of peak petty levels, at the time, 50 brushed it off, instead offering up emphatic, emphatic, I want my money. Buck appeared unfazed on the surface, clapping back with an unflattering image of his former collaborator. While it's unclear whether Buck opened the checkbook, he does say today Buck took a moment to plug his new video for Road Trip, taunting Faulty, which is 50. They say Faulty. In the process, A Faulty, or whatever the fuck your name is, writes Buck. You forgot to take this one down. Road trip video out. Hating ass mother. While some might describe Buck's behavior as poking the bear, least we forget that Buck is a veteran of G Unit and no stranger. He's happy to take the feud to the booth. Unlikely conclusion given 50s persuade or another. So he was calling 50 faulty. There's something wrong with these two. They got issues. Okay. Just take $175,000 a year. How much do their workers make? Let's talk about it. Get away. Walmart's the nation's largest employee, pays its U.S. stores managers an average of $175,000 a year, according to a new company report. The retailer's inaugural Environment, Social, and Governance report released Wednesday says all of Walmart's 1 million plus U.S. workers earn more than the federal minimum wage of $7.25, within the average wage for full-time hourly workers for $14.26 hours. The 94-page report outlines the company goals, progress, and achievements in key areas, including climate change, initiatives substantial in supply chains, and economic opportunity for employees and communities. Get away. For society more broadly, wrote Walmart Incorporated President and CEO Doug McMillon in a letter included with the report. That's cool. In February, Walmart introduced paid employees can earn an additional 25% on their trained about 450,000 employees last year through the Walmart Academy program. Here are some more notes from the report. Wages have climbed more than 50% over the past 3 years, and the minimum starting wage is now $11. More than 75% of Walmart U.S. stores operation management team members started as hourly employees, promoted more than 250,000 people to jobs or response 19. 55% of Walmart hourly associates are full-time. Walmart's goal is to use 50% renewable energy by 2025. Currently, 28% of Walmart's electricity needs are supplied by renewable sources. That's very interesting. Okay. Let me get his name right. XXX Temptations mother wants to block his baby mama's request for paternity test. Why? I don't know. Let's find out. His real name was Josiah Onfrey. Was a controversial rapper until his untimely death June 2018. Four robbers killed him in apparent robbery. XXX had a cult-like young fan base due to his emotional, raw lyrics. Before X died, he was in a relationship with Janice Sanchez. 3 days after X passed, his mom, Cleopatra Bernard, confirmed that he had a baby on the way. His son was born January 26, 3 days after what would have been X's 21st birthday. Oh, how cool is that? The baby was born on X's birthday. That would have been his 21st birthday. That's kind of cool. They decided to name him, I cannot pronounce this, Lord Jesus, Gakamai, meaning different state of mind, or next universe, or thought of X debut, the name during his music video for Sad, which came out a few days after he passed. That's wow. Before X died, he already had a will in place. The specific details are unclear. However, Bernard is the administrator of his estate. The will does include a section that lists the beneficiaries, which are his brothers. The testament does not clearly state if his child is financially covered either. X drafted the will in 2017. According to Celebrity Inside, Sanchez is her grandson and has taken both Sanchez and Gekami in. Some critics have questioned if X is the father. Sanchez filed a petition to request X DNA sample so she can finish the test. So basically, she just want to prove that the baby is X's, and I understand that. I really do. So, because I guess people are saying that they don't think the baby's his, but yo, that baby looks just like him. I'm serious. So it says right here, it's a picture of her and X's baby, and it says, "Who do you think he looks like more, Jen or Ja?" Comment down below. Oh my God, he is so adorable. So this is XX baby, and he looks just like him, like for real. He looks just like him. He's just light skinned. That's all. People doubt the paternity because no one saw or heard about Sanchez. Sanchez claims they were hermit crabs and spent a lot of time at home. Sanchez and X originally planned a home birth and had a doctor set up. A couple of weeks after Sanchez requested the DNA samples, Bernard filed to block the test. The reason for blocking the test is unknown due to sealed court. It is only to establish paternity for Giacomo. She may also wants to put his ex name on the birth certificate, as she should. Sanchez also indicated that she and X were in a sexual relationship until his death and claims the two never married but were living together. It is not specified if she's planning on taking a cut from X's estate. So we'll see about it. Get off of that thing and stop doing it. Okay, the next story is Trey D. Exclusive Trey D on Tupac's never being rooted in one of communities like Nipsey Hussle. So we talking about all these stories here. Trey D, in this clip, Trey D reacted to Malik Yoba's assessment of Tupac's contribution to the community. Trey D pointed out that Pac was never rooted in a single community. The way Nipsey was, the love Nipsey is receiving indicates as much. Trey D and Vlad also talked about Nipsey being more of a businessman than Tupac. Wow, really? Was but noted that Pac wasn't afforded the same opportunities and roughly an 8 year younger than Nipsey at the time of his death. Like they doing too much. I don't even want to read that. Like stay off of Pac for real. That's not even cool. Let's talk about Chris Brown, Chad. I haven't talked about him in a minute. Chris Brown calls rumored girlfriend Amika Harris a baby mama, and fans think they have a child. But okay.